Hi, it's Eric from Denmark. Today we're going to make the part 2 of the 6 mistakes that people do when they go live. Why should you go live? Well, because if you want to build a following, if you want people to get to know you, like you, and trust you, I would really recommend that you start doing Facebook Lives, because it is the fastest way to get people to know you. And they can hear you and they can kind of feel you. So if you really want to build a following and have people coming in and asking you what you are doing and so on, I would really recommend that you start making Facebook Lives. And I have to say that the first Facebook Live is the worst ever, because when you have decided to make Facebook Lives, well, you also have to do it. You also have to make one. And what are you going to talk about? What are people going to say? Are people going to laugh and so on? But when you have made the first live, it is so cool and you feel so great. And even though when you look at it afterwards, it sucks, I would really recommend that you start making Facebook Lives. It took me about 30 days, maybe more, to make the first Facebook Live. I knew up here that I wanted to make Facebook Lives, but from that and to do it, there is there's a long way sometimes. And I was thinking about what am I going to say and so on, and I found out what I was going to say, but I didn't make my first live. I didn't do it. I watched a lot of Facebook Lives. I watched a lot of experts, how they were doing it, and suddenly one day I was sitting in my car driving, and I said to myself, no, it's now or never. So I pulled the handbrake and went out into a field. It was really cold and it was snowing. So I was standing out there in the middle of the field. And you might say, why are you standing in the middle of a field? Well, because I didn't want people to see me, right? Maybe you know the feeling that you know you're going to make it, but you are insecure. And I was really insecure with my first Facebook Live, but I did it. I was standing in the middle of a field and making my first Facebook Live, and it was awful, but I did it. And after that, I took the decision to make Facebook Lives for a month every day. And well, when that month is over, it's not that bad to do Facebook Lives because you have done it so many times. Of course, I'm still nervous every time I go live because, well, you know, it's live and I can do stupid things and I say stupid things, and that's the way it is. That's life, isn't it? And so the most of my Facebook Lives I made in my car with my phone up here. And if you have a good phone, it's really enough to make Facebook Lives. So all you got to think about is the sound, as I talked about in the part 1 the other day. It's very important with sound and picture, of course. So let's dive into the content. And if we haven't met, my name is Eric Precious, and I help network marketers and home-based business owners to take their business online using modern strategies. Let me know where you're coming in from in this beautiful world. I'm standing here in my home office in Denmark, and we are in total lockdown. I have a 9-to-5 job, but I'm not allowed to go to my job. So right now I'm working on my online business. Let's dive into the content. And I have already given the first 3 steps the other day. So we're going to take the next 3 steps, what to avoid if you want to make Facebook Lives. And let me know, have you ever made a Facebook Live? Tell me. I would really like to know. So it's number 1 today, but it's actually number 4. And that is, when you make Facebook Lives, you're all over the place. You got to fine tune your brand. You can't talk about dog training in one live, and the next live you talk about your children, and then you talk about some business, and then you got to fine tune your brand so you know what you're going to talk about. I talk about helping people go online with their business, and I really talk a lot about Facebook Lives because I know, when I have followed a lot of experts, that is the fastest way to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, and follow you. So make Facebook Lives, please. So that was number 4, that you're all over the place. You got to fine tune your brand and know exactly what you want to talk about. And number 5 is that you forget people to ask questions. You got to ask questions, and that's why I'm saying to you, please let me know down here if you have made Facebook Lives. Please let me know down here where you're coming in from. You got to get some engagement from people, and that's very important. I have to check my notes here. Yeah, you got to talk with people, not to people, because when you're standing in a Facebook Live, it's really easy to just talk, because, well, sometimes you can't even see engagement. Right now, I have Suzanne Schultz on, and hello to you, but sometimes nobody's watching, and that's the way it is. But I gotta tell you, most people will watch your video on a replay, and that's okay, because you have content out in the big online world. So try to make connections and be a human. Don't try to sell people stuff. Well, not at once. You got to talk to people. So that's number 5. And number 6 is, when you're making Facebook Lives, you will see that you have what I call silent viewers. You have people, they are not commenting on your stuff. They are not saying anything. They just want to watch what you're doing. So don't call people out when they're watching you silent. Nobody likes that. They want to have the feeling that you don't know that they're watching. It sounds crazy, right? But don't call them out. If they comment, it's okay to call them out. But if they are silent viewers, don't mention their names and don't say hi. And it will only scare people away, and that's not what you want. That's not your intention, is it? So let me give you a quick recap of the 3 steps today. Number 4 is, you're all over the place. You don't have a vision of what you want to talk about. So fine tune your brand and get to know what you want to talk about. What do you want to help people with? And number 5 is, you forget to ask questions to people. Ask people questions so they can get some kind of engagement in your stuff. And the last one is number 6, that you call people out when they are silently watching you. Don't do that. So that was all in all the 6 mistakes that people make when they go live. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you are using your time watching me. If you want to see more videos from me, go up here and press the 3 dots and press on notifications, so you are going to know when I go live. Have a great day. I know I will. Bye-bye.